So today's topic is all about whether you should go ahead to make your first $1 million by using this strategy. This strategy is to transfer your OA money to your SA. I heard this like a few years back, and I recently heard someone share this on Facebook again. So I was thinking like, hey, maybe we should do a educational talk on finance talk on whether this is a savvy way or silly way. So this strategy comes out from this person, which we will do some research on this person's background. So later he is the creator or founder of this strategy. So this strategy is to ask you to transfer your OA money to a SA. Why? Because you will get a crazy amount of returns. The interest that you are getting is 4%, guys. Thanks for your comment. So you say that you heard about this thing called a 1M65. 1M65 stands for how you can have $1 million or everyone can be a millionaire by the age of 65. This movement 1M65. So I went to Google. I typed like 1M65. So after that, wow, I straight away see there's a lot of article on it. So you see like there's even Sidley shared this like how to get 1 million at 65 using your CPF, which is like wow, who don't want that lah? So even Dollars and Cents said that 1 million at 65 using CPF. Here's the math behind the 1 million 65. Oh, there's another like roadmap for accumulating. Wow, if not even one is like crazy 4 million. So then after that, I see this guy called Lu Cheng Chuan. Call him Mr. Lu lah. So we saw this Mr. Lu FAQ by him. So I was like trying to go down. So I saw like more of his name pop out like, oh, Lu Cheng Chuan, Mr. Lu. And there are quite a number of like there's a lot of links towards this like 1M65 Telegram, Sidley Excel app, blah blah blah. Okay, so we can straight away say that Mr. Lu is the founder and the creator of this movement. Okay, so let's go into the okay. Then after that, I saw this, so I clicked into this Dollar and Cents. So Singapore's roadmap to accumulating 4 million as a couple. Okay, so this plan, everyone, be it the 1 million or 4 million, everyone, the plan is done by a couple, which is husband and wife now. So everyone type couple now, because with couple, everyone type couple now. So it is okay. So I think if you do it, I remember I heard the interview like you can't really hit this using as individual, or maybe lesser lah, or definitely less than half. So everyone type couple, married couple. So this movement encouraged like couple to do this. So you may have heard like 1M65. If you want to go up even higher, there's this thing called 4M65. Yeah, so everyone, thanks for so this article. So Mr. Lu is the guy lah, So is the person. Confirm not this person, because this person look very worried. This person want to jump down already, so confirm not this person. Okay, so they shared like how they started, which I will just go through step by step later. So and we saw, you see how to even Asia one did share this like this movement how to get your 4 million by the age of 65. So it makes 1 million like very easy. It makes like 1 million very easy. Like right now, let's go up like what is 4 million? 4 million. Okay, so even like Sidley went through given you some calculations to go through like step by step. Oh, compound interest, how much you can make 1 million. So blah 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 blah. How to get 65? Anyway, you can go and read if you wanna. But the good news to you, I have done some research. Should this be done or encouraged with everyone, young to old to young, everyone to do this by transferring your CPF OA to SA to enjoy the 4% compounding interest rate? So this is done by Money FM 89.3. So Lu Cheng Chuan, Mr. Lu is the creator of this movement.
How does this work? Remember, Warren Buffett says risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. So today we're going to get really specific on using our CPF to build our retirement scheme. In 1998, he lost more than $100,000 through losses in the stock and property markets through the Asian financial crisis. But my guest today met a personal finance mentor who introduced him to the power of compound interest.
Okay, let's stop here. He met a teacher who taught him about compound interest. So what you have learned today, everyone type compound interest. It's a tool that you can make massive money in the shortest time. So that's compound interest. Okay, so he met a teacher. So I think everyone should have a teacher teaching you the right things. So everyone type right teacher, right things. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so what do you need to do to build your retirement egg up to $4 million? First up, let's welcome Lu Cheng Chuan. How are you this morning?
Everyone clap eh. Everyone clap eh. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, I'm great. Thanks for inviting me to the show.
Always a thrill to speak with you. First up, help us understand, how far are you from that 4 million yourself?
So I actually started the movement. It's called 1M65. So a million by 65 years.
Okay, so now let's stop here for a while. So he is a creator, definitely. So he has shared that, and this interview is done very recently, which is like 4-5 months ago. So in July, you can see is in like July 14. So he started this movement. 1M 65 means by the age 65. Okay, so let's move on.
So I've always felt that that the CPF, given its very high interest, especially in a special and MediSave account, and for some of the audience, you may not know, but the CPF special account has a 4% interest, and actually you can go as high as a 5 and a 6% interest, depending on your age and segment, your amount. But basically 4%, and that's the same for your MediSave account. So if you let that compound over a long period of time, you actually get a lot of money. So when I was at 30 years old, like what Michelle said, I had the privilege of meeting a financial guru who taught me about this compound interest and this secret of CPF. So I've put money in, fill up my special account, and I am keenly aware that many people are actually very upset with the government that makes a lot of restriction on the special account. But the truth is that those actually help you to make $1 million. So I fill up my special account. And my MediSave account then, it was about 130,000. That was the max you can ever put in. So me and my wife, and I calculated that...
Okay, so let's stop here for a while. Okay, so he and his wife has put in, everyone, how much? Write down now. How much did he and his wife put in to his SA? How much? He just shared that number, and he did this at the age of 30 years old. He actually put in 130K CPF OA money into SA at the age of 30 each. Okay, so everyone, each 每个人130千husband 130, wife 130 so that's the math okay, so okay.
We do not need to work anymore for the rest of our life, and we still have $1 million waiting for us upon retirement, which means that if I continue to work at 30 years old to 65 years old, I will have much more than 1 million. So when I cross 45 years old, our combined CPF exceeded $1 million. So that's no longer a target, but that's real. Right now, we are looking at about 1.35 million in our account combined.
Everyone, they have 1.35 million in their joint account. Combined. So 1.35. Yeah, but 1.35 million, guys.
Right now, we are looking at about 1.35 million in our account combined.
Wow.
So I'm on track to hit 4 million by the time I'm 65. So right now, not there yet, but I'm really we are really across $1 million when I was 45 years old. I'm now 47, so it has a good run, and it will.
Okay, so everyone, so they started at the age of 30. They put in 130K each into this scheme, which is transferring your OA to a SA. And by the age of 45, they have 1 million. At the age of 45, they have 1 million combined. I repeat, they have 1 million combined CPF money in their account joined, and right now they are 47. They have 1.35 million combined. This scheme where he taught that, wow, financial guru taught me how to do compound interest, and wow, SA give you 4%. Walao, my two liao. So they transfer 130k into their from OA to SA, 130k. So husband put 130, the wife put 130. At the age of 45, they right now have 1 million. Sorry, 1 million is like 2 years ago because they are 45 2 years ago. So right now he are 47. So they have 1.35 million guys. So based on what you have heard until now, what do you think? Is this a good scheme that everyone should do because it's like quite a no-brainer method that you can just do this and you can make 1.35 million at the age of 47 years old?
Well, you will continue a good run to $4 million.
Fantastic. You're such an inspiring story, Mr. Liu. Now, for the listener, I know the answer to this, but I want the listener to be clear. You are not paid a single cent by CPF for talking about this, right?
No. I started this movement in about 2015. And the simple story was that I was invited. I was trying to keep this kung fu, so as to say, kung fu secret of making money from CPF to myself. But I was discovered by CPF that, hey, this guy must be making a lot of money from this CPF. Why not share the secret kung fu to the rest of people? And I was invited to a talk where there was a lot of retirees. And when I shared this story that I managed to save a lot of money in CPF, after the talk, about maybe 20 or 30 people crowd around me simply with one voice crying out, "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" It was a very heart-wrenching experience. And then I realized that many Singaporeans need to hear it. So I started this altruistic non-profit movement called 1M65, where I just aggressively go out and reach out to people and tell them this thing. To date, this talk, including the one that I'm having with you right now, will be my 81th talk.
Fantastic. So wow. I like being in the 8 number. We all know.
and
I never even talk. I never even do 81 Facebook Live.
Never, I say again, never in my life collected a cent for doing this. So I'm keeping it altruistic. I'm keeping it public-spirited.
Well, thank you for sharing your Kung Fu secrets of money with us. So it's the essence. Most people are unhappy because they want to get their hands on their CPF money and spend it. But is the essence of your program really about transferring money from your OA to your SA for the highest interest rates?
Yeah. Let me give an analogy. Many of our forefathers, including our grandparents or maybe even our parents, they made a lot of money on their properties. Now, you don't make those money anymore in property, but those days, they make a lot.
Hey, stop that. Oi. What did he share? Let's go back 15 seconds ago.
Your SA for the highest interest rates.
Yeah. Let me give an analogy. Many of our forefathers, including our grandparents or maybe even our parents, they made a lot of money on their properties. Now, you don't make those money anymore in property, but those days...
Wait. He said that like your forefathers, your grandfather, grandmother, or whoever make money from properties, but not now. Walao, hey, you're like that, not very nice to someone who loves properties. I think many of you like properties. Okay, never mind. Let's continue.
They make a lot of money in property. It's simply because they bought the property and left it there. They don't go and look at the price every day. They don't buy and sell property every day. But they left it there and let what we call the power of compounding do its job. And as a result, after 10, 20, 30 years, the property becomes double or triple the price. It's the same for almost every investment, including your CPF and in some sense including stocks as well. You got to let the power of compounding take its course. You don't go and touch it. You let it compound. And over time, it will accumulate to some phenomenal number. So in some sense, while we want to touch our CPF, the very act of touching the CPF will be analogous to buying your property and selling it every week or every day. Now that don't happen, right? So therefore, for your CPF, if you were to touch it and then put it back, touch it, and put it back, touch it, put it back, or just touch it and spend it, you don't let that power compounding take place. So in some sense, now I said this many times, you may not like the government, you may not like a CPF, but you have no reason not to like their money, right? So that
Okay, let's stop there. Very good. Okay, so not everyone love the government as what he said, but you shouldn't let them. I mean, the CPF interest is so good. Why not let CPF works hard for you? Okay, I think that's what he meant.
so if the CPF makes you so much money, why not why not enjoy this money? Why not let the power of compounding do its run? So the lockup actually plays to our favor. The lockup of CPF plays to our favor by allowing the power of compounding to run its course. So I'm a big supporter of a prolonged lockup of the CPF to the time we retire.
He loved the prolonged lockup to, I don't know, 55 or 65. So everyone, he loved the prolonged lockup. So I think the keyword is lock up. So everyone type lock up, lock 被锁啊，他喜欢被锁啊。He loved his money to be prolonged lockup. Why? Because it makes sense that if the money is prolonged lockup and it will continue to compound at the 4% interest rate, then the money will grow bigger and bigger and bigger lah. So the word that he used is he loved the prolonged lockup. So okay, so why I love properties again? Because we like to buy good ones, sell at right time. We will get money and we can use the money for maybe for emergency use, even for our kids overseas study. So it's more flexible. But if you are going to do this, is a prolonged lockup, like in jail. Your money will be in jail, but you will make a lot of money lah. So do you like this strategy? Okay, so wait, I will still show you my views, share with you my views later. Okay.
In essence, this is the best of passive investing, isn't it?
Well, it depends who you talk to. For me, yes.
Okay, so you have learned. I personally have learned a new word. It's called passive investing. Walao eh. Never heard. I never never learned this word before. Everyone, it's called passive investing. Wow. Okay, so now then I realize I have been, or me and my wife has been actively investing. So I didn't know that is such thing called a passive investing until today. Yeah, so everyone, passive investment for you. If you are very passive, this is for you. Okay, okay, let's move on. Passive investing. This is quite interesting. Okay.
Because the risk is nearly zero, minus policy risk, or if the government or the PAP get voted out, I don't know what will happen to when a next party joins it. But taking those political and policy risks aside, this is the most riskless 4% I've ever seen in my life.
Because there's no sales charge, no setup fees.
No sales charge, no setup fee. It's the riskless 4%. So if you want to have a prolonged lockup of your riskless investment, passive investment, then this is for you. 4%, guys. So no sales charge, everything.
No transaction fees, but there are opportunity costs, Mr. Liu. We have to talk about it. When you move money from your OA to your SA, you can't move it back, and people use their OA to pay their mortgage, for example, right?
Yes, so there's a not so good thing which we all don't like is it will be locked up. So when you transfer from your I show you my BB face. When I share something serious, I love to show you my BB face. Okay, come, where's my BB face? Okay, so everyone, BB face is here. So once you transfer your OA to SA, can you reverse back? Can you reverse this thing? Once you transfer your OA money that you have been working so hard, all the bonuses goes in, your salary, CPF, employee contribution, employer contribution, all this contribution over the years that you have saved throughout, whereby people use this money for the money installment for their HDB, for their condo, for their lender, they can use their CPF to pay their mortgages. So once you have transferred here to SA, can you reverse back? Okay, passive. Okay, yes, yes, this is a passive investment. Yes, Winston. So he has been sharing like prolonged lockup. That is the strategy that he shared. And yes, he planned to live till 65. That is his plan, so that you can make more than 1 million. That's possible. So yes, can you reverse? So the answer, yes, Wendy, that's the correct answer. So once you transfer your OA that you have saved for so long, it can be 100, 200, even 300,000 worth of savings. You will, once you transfer this to your SA, you cannot transfer back again. It will be locked up until 55 or 65, something like that. So, do you like this scheme? Until here, do you like this scheme? Hey, again, it's a prolonged lockup passive investment scheme, 4% some more compound. Okay, so when you do that, you cannot reverse back. So in the next few minutes, you'll be sharing, because right now we are touching about, most people use their money installment to pay for their money installment. Most people use their CPF OA money to pay for the shortfall or for their money installment. So if you do this, you can't do that anymore. It's not, do not do that. Okay, so wow, we have a very long article. Wow, John Lau said something. Okay, I do not know what he shared. Let's put it up. Wow, John Lau, you see, so long until I cannot see my face. Never mind, I'll show you my half face. So he posted in a public group, is there a significant difference between HDB and private condo of 99 years lease? Both expire in 99 years, government will take back when the lease is up, so ignoring comfort, blah, blah, blah. So isn't buying a HDB and private property the same? So I belong the camp of HDB dollars and find property too expensive for simple lifestyle and essentially the same as 99 years condo. I am happy to have differing views. So he is a HDB advocate. He don't advise people to buy private. But is this what he had? What is he sharing about? Let's hear from him. Thanks, John Lau, for the comment. So yes, Dorothy, correct. Once you do like OASA, this is like it's suicide to me, everyone. To Eric, it's like suicide. Suicide. Like, yeah, I want to give up my life. Chui. Okay, so if I do, yeah, it's a suicide to me because I love to use OA money to pay for the installment for my property, ma. So this is suicide to Eric. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's not good. So let's continue the interview, and we have one more new word that I learned from Winston. It's called financially jailed. It's a prolonged passive investment. Okay. So let's continue to hear his view.
Yeah. Okay. So this is now maybe if you allow me now to move the essence of from a 1M65 move to a 4M65. The Kung Fu steps up, right? From a level 1 now move to a level 5, right? So it is what I suggest to people is that first of all, of course, you got to take care of your own house. Okay, buy a humble HDB flat.
Okay, so stop there. Buy a humble HDB flat. I totally agree. I think HDB is a very good property for shelter, so it's not for you to my money making tool. So buy a humble HDB. Okay, I totally agree that.
Okay, and then but humble as in just meet your needs. I'm not a big advocate of buying private property because.
Everyone, he said that he is not a big advocate of buying private property. Okay, why? Okay,
They are too expensive, and some of the space are even less than that of a HDB.
He say it is too expensive. Wait. Let's hear again. I've back 15 seconds.
And then, but humble as in just meet your needs. I'm not a big advocate of buying private property because they are too expensive. And
too expensive to me is if you do not know anything about property investment, you may think it's expensive because you do not know the value of good properties. So there are very good value properties out there. as again, most people make money from the HDB flat BTO. I call that very good value property. So he said that it's very expensive. I totally doubt that, because there are definitely very good properties out there, and many people, especially Singaporeans, many of your friends, family members, or people around you, you actually make their first pot of gold or many pot of gold from buying the right property. So buy right property, buy good property that has good value, guys. So everyone, so let's come back to value. Everyone type value now. So if you do not know how to buy property, yeah, very expensive. Like example, I do not know how to buy stocks. Walao, why this one so expensive? Why Facebook so expensive? Why Google so expensive? Maybe they have value, but I just don't know because I be here. But I cannot say that stocks totally is very expensive. I do not want to invest. So for me, I love properties, and most of people make money from property, and those are great testimonial. But anyway, let's move on. I want to hear what he say.
And some of the space are even less than that of a HDB. I'm a multi-millionaire. I still stay in HDB because it provides the best value, and I feel very comfortable about it. So
sorry, guy. I cannot stop my laughter. Wait. Let's go back again. He said he's a what? Everyone, he said he's a multi-millionaire. I repeat.
Advocate of buying private property because they are too expensive, and some of the space are even less than that of a HDB. I'm a multi-millionaire. I still stay in HDB because it provides the best.
Everyone, allow it. Everyone, what he say? He is a multi-millionaire and he stays in a HDB. Sorry. Paiseh, Mr. Lu, I'm so sorry. I cannot keep my laughter because everyone. Okay. Anyway, everyone, you know I work in the corporate bank before. So I did see multi-millionaires, and when I see multi-millionaires, they usually, of course, they are very good in their business. They buy very good properties. They are very good investor. But when I see multi-millionaires, to me is they have literally multi-millions of dollars in their account that they can anyhow use the money for. They can throw down the drain, they can do charity, they can very flexible to use the money anyhow. I call that multi-millionaire, which means they are those. I think these are called like the freedom of multi-millionaires. They can freely use their money in any way they want. So I cannot. I hear. Yeah, he multi-millionaire in CPF. This one is a fact, which yeah, it's a fact. But when you tell me I'm a multi-millionaire, I stay in flat. I think you are very humble. It's a very humble way of like improving your lifestyle. But when I hear that your multi-million is in your CPF, that you can't have the flexibility and the freedom, everyone, freedom to touch and to use it any way you want. This is not called millionaire, my friend. So, Mr. Lu, I think this is not a millionaire to me. And to most people, of course, we want the freedom of utilizing the money we have saved to do whatever we want. So that's freedom to me. So, sorry, let's, allow every, why is so bad? Okay, please, sorry guys, let me hear one more time, just one more time.
I'm not a big advocate of buying private property because they are too expensive, and some of the space are even less than that of a HDB. I'm a multi-millionaire. I still stay in HDB because.
Okay, everyone, let's stretch for a while. Okay, let's stop laughing. Okay, let's move on.
It provides the best value, and I feel very comfortable about it. So with you not buying a private property, most HDB, unless you buy those this $1 million HDB, but most HDB BTOs allow you to pay for mortgages and with some leftover. With those leftovers, actively accumulate your special account and your MediSave account. Okay, so over time you'll find that I've hit my max in my special account. I can't put it anymore, and then your ordinary account will start to accumulate. Now you and your wife should actively work. Now with those money, I would suggest that you put Now, because in the ordinary account, it gives you only a 2.5% return. Now, it's not bad compared to that of a fixed deposit, but it's very low compared to other investment returns. So back to your question, I strongly advise everybody to take a long-term view to put those ordinary account savings into the S&P 500 investment.
Okay,
now,
okay.
Today, I think
stop, Mr. Lu, stop talking. Okay, so what he shared now is okay. So we catch up a bit after he said that he's a multi-millionaire and he stays his HDB. Very happy for him. Okay, so moving from there is okay. So if you continue to transfer your OA to SA, there's a time whereby your SA is like capped. So you definitely will have access in your OA account. So he encouraged everyone from old, young, cute, everyone to invest the additional funds into S&P 500. Okay, that's what I heard. Let's go back again, 15 seconds. Let's go a quick one.
So compared to other investment returns. So back to your question, I strongly advise everybody to take a long-term view to put those ordinary account savings into the S&P 500 investment. Now, today, I think there's only one company that allows that to happen. I think they got approval recently from CPF. The name of the company is Endowus. I'm not related.
Yep, I've had them
related.
on this show as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm not related to them. I know them well, but
okay, so they are talking about S&P 500, so you should do that. So let's move on a bit faster because it's like it's quite boring for me. So let's move on. So I just go just.
I'm not related. I don't have any investment. It's worth over time to compound at 7 to 10%.
Okay, so he said that so while your SA is continuously compounding your money like by 4%, your ordinary account money goes to S&P 500 will increase like 7% compounding. Okay.
Compound interest. So compound growth rate. So therefore, and if you hold it long enough, if you hold it only for 5 years, maybe 10 years, then you will see fluctuations. But almost, you go back to my case study of myself. Right now, I'm about 1.35 million.
Okay, he's 1.35 million now. He's a millionaire. Okay.
If I put everything into every ordinary account dollar into that.
He put every single cent of his OA to SA. Okay.
S&P 500. By the time I'm 65, I would have about $5 million because
5 million, yeah. Everyone, 5 million $5 million at the age of 65. That's 5 million. That's a crazy amount. But again, everyone, that is by the age of 65. So I don't know how many. I believe most of my Facebook fans or people who are my member here, I think every one of us, we are still very young. We are young, we are healthy, we still have earning power. But if you do this into your SA, you are literally like, to me, committing suicide on your investment. Whatever you have saved, it goes to SA and you can't reverse back. That is the shittiest thing. You cannot. It's irreversible. Yes, that's the word. It is reversible, guys. You cannot say, oh, okay, I try, let's try. Try one time, no retry, guys. It's like game over. So he has been doing this since 30 years old. At 30 years old, he and his wife put 130,000 each into from OA to SA and whatever, and SA accumulating 4% in SA. So he do this as a passive investment. That's a new word I learned today. Because I teach people to be active investors. So I didn't know there's this thing called a passive investment. So and this is a riskless 4%, that's what I quote from him. So, and this is like financially jail your money because he loved the prolonged lockup. That's what he said. He loved prolonged lockup. And he do this because he want to see compounding, and he only will see his money at the age of 65 or 65 years old. So everyone, from 65, your age to 65 is a bloody long time. Then there's a lot of opportunity out there for you to enter, man. So if you do this, to me, you are literally 算了, whatever. I don't want to care about any what's the market. I don't want to care about the economy. I don't want to care. I just put all my money into the SA. Give me 4% can already. So if you are doing this for the entire life, my question to you, then are you living a life? Do you like this video that I share? Do you think it's educational? Do you think this will help people? So if you like it, everyone just smack the like button. And if you smack the like button, no, you should smack the like button even though I've done up the Christmas tree for you. Although not I do one, my helper do one.
Future is on your side, right? So try as much as possible actively transfer your ordinary account to special.
Oh no, the word he used, actively, guys, actively transfer your OA to your SA. Oh my, oh, okay, for the past 17 years, so everyone, this movement that he has done is from 30 years old to now, which is 47 years old, he and his wife, for the past 17 years, by doing this strategy, it makes the SA, the 4% make them about $1.35 million combined. What if you buy something and you buy a property, you leave it to Noah and you collect rental income forever for the past 17 years and you sell today, how much money would you make? Will you be richer? Or is this strategy better than property investing? So this topic is about, I'm not actually, I just want to divide the world into two. So one part of people is they actually do this scheme, they transfer OA to their SA, going through the prolonged lockup 4% into an SA, and it will turn you 1 million by the age of 65. I repeat, it's 65, not like 35 years old, it's 65. So there's only two types of people. One type of people who do that. The other type of people will be like me, which is the more normal one. We are the normal one. We keep our OA, we use it for property investing. So whether the nation will be divided into two, let's see later. Very naughty, Wei Jin, very naughty, but I like you. He's humble, he wants to stay in the HDB flat, but he don't buy private. But I want to show you what happens if you buy a private. Anyhow. Avon Park, okay. Why I go through Avon Park is because my mother, my parents-in-law, they bought this Avon Park when it's 1995. Okay, so Avon Park is in Bidadari area. So 1995, guys. But we just want to go through like 17 years ago. So I went through the profitable transactions. Most of the people, they sold maybe like 7 years later. Some people sold 10 years later after 2003, and they make what crazy 1 million, 500k, 400k, 1 million, 1 million. Park Vista super old, 无敌旧啊. Okay, Park Esta is 1995, so completed 1998. So never mind, 2003. So what happened? So 2003. Okay, I don't have exactly 2003. But you can see the amount of money they make is like 600k, 500k, 300k, and maybe you think that, hey, this is not a lot of money. Okay, so I've done a research, guys. So this is just based on capital appreciation. This is called capital gains. So everyone type capital gains. Whatever numbers that you see there, a few 100,000, some even sold and they make $1 million within 17 years, less than that. So, and I haven't calculated the rental income they collected. So everyone, I do a quick one. Let's say 3-bedroom, 3K average for the past 17 years. So some low, some high. Because right now, 3-bedroom rental should be about 3,500, near 4K. Last time, 10 years ago, maybe 2,000 plus. Let's average, we have a number at 3K, okay? So 3,000 per month rental, and we say the interest very expensive lah. The interest is, you will take up half of your rental, so 1,500 as the interest. Well, everything else I just add together 1,500. So 3,000 minus 1,500, it gives you 1,500 net net income that you make from rental per month. So what now is 17 years? So times 12. This is per year. 17 years, Everyone, there's another 300,000. So from now onwards, whatever you see in from my research from the screen, what is our profitability, how much they make, those are the numbers of capital appreciation. You add this 300,000 in as investment. Okay, so you will make definitely a lot more money. So let's go back to my research again. Okay, so whatever you see here, 300k, 600k, plus another 300,000. Okay, so and the other one, City Square Residences. I don't know where, you know where is it? City Square Residences. Everyone, where is City Square? City Square is in JB. So that's a joke. So everyone, you should be laughing now. Okay, so City Square is at Farrer Park MRT station. So it's a freehold 09. So I don't know, this is like, I thought this is way older, but this is very young. But let's say you bought in 09, you are sleeping from 2003 to 2009 until 2009 you wake up, hey, maybe I should buy property. So what happened now? Look at what happens if you buy in 2005. You look at the profit, blah, 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 blah. Oh, that is crazy, man. Okay, so anyway, this is like 1.1 million plus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go through. Okay, I just do one or two good ones before I will summarize. Okay, so let's do Caribbean. So let's see what is the profitability if you buy in 03. Okay, okay, so I only have 04 onwards. Everyone, 1.1 million, 900,000, 700,000, 1.4 million, and they sold it like 16 years later, not like 17 years. So okay, so Wahono, that's the amount of money. So yeah, so let's move on to Côte d'Azur. Okay, Côte d'Azur is just I don't know how to pronounce Côte d'Azur So it's just beside Parkway Parade shopping mall. So how much they make? Yeah, so 03 onwards, 500,000, 500, 1.25 million, 900. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, make bigger. Okay, sorry. Now very big. Okay, so this is what they have made. 500, done already. Here, 850, 500, 1.25, 980. So everyone, type property investment now, guys. Property investment. So imagine you did just one of these things. 17 years later, you definitely see much more money. So 900, 7. Okay, so last one, we have people who say May Spring. Okay, so Sharit, this is for you. Let's go for May Spring. Yeah, so so now the profit if you buy okay, so bought on this two. Okay, so wait okay, so we have 2005 04. Okay, so you can see 04 700 400 everyone, all the numbers that you see here, please plus another 300,000 in your rental income. Because these are all capital appreciation, I haven't included the rental income that you collected in the last 17 years. So this will become 900 over 1,000. Okay, so then this will be 500,000, guys. And everyone, this is just an example of having just one property. Can you imagine right now you have two? Yeah, everyone, the few scenarios I went through just now, Caribbean, Côte d'Azur, May Spring, all these are like I do live for you guys to show you the confidence of property investment. So again, people who done 17 years ago, or even Mr. Lu, if he bought a private property anyhow, anytime in the last 17 years, he should make an average of minimum smelly 500,000-600,000 in capital gain and another 300,000 in your rental income. That will give him at least 900,000 of cash and CPF, and plus he is such a good disciplined person who knows how to save. He definitely will have more than $1.3 million today and not locked up in his CPF OA account. This 1.35 or even more 1.5 million, it will be in his cash and OA, which give multi-millionaire. Then I will call him a multi-millionaire because he will be able to use his money freely, and that's the freedom. And okay, and the last few things which I want to share, guys, is let's say you are very sway. You buy 1 million, 17 years later you sell at 1 million. That means you don't make any money. Okay, no profits at all, no capital appreciation. You are a shitty investor for the past 17 years, but you still choose property investment. So I just give a thumb for you. So you down payment 230k, and your outstanding loan by the end of 17 years, that's 435k. You will sell, if you sell at 1 million, you will get back 565,000, and that is a 14.45 per annum, guys. 14.45 million. Look at my face. 14.45. Not 4% prolonged locked up jail, financially jail in your SA, which is irreversible. So this is 14.45. So this is the shittiest investment that you have done. And of course you will, okay, so this scenario is states for in the past 17 years, whatever rental you collect, just pay your monthly installment, just pay lah, understand, pay, just rental can cover money installment lah, so you don't get anything, any cash flow, but it pays down your mortgages. So 17 years later, you only owe the bank 435k. So that's why if you sell, you get back more than $500,000. But that's not the cool thing. This is a shitty example, and you have already made 14.45%. And can I have some better example? If we make 200,000 now, which is a step up of a shitty investor here, better shitty here. So this one, let's say this person make 200,000. That means he buy 1 million today. 17 years later, he sell 1.2 million. It's also shitty lah, huh? So I show you the numbers, guys. This is the second example, guys. Buy 1 million, stupid investor, shitty. Buy at high, maybe. So 17 years later, sell at 1.2. Down payment 230. Outstanding loan 17 years later. He will get back 765k. Everyone, that is a 19.5% per annum. So everyone type 19.5% per annum, man. This is almost 5 times. 5 times of what Mr. Lu is getting. And this is, and you can do this again and again and again. It's not locked up. You do not need to wait until 65 years old, guys. And plus, I want to share everyone 3 messages. So everyone, 3 messages for today. So the first message is this one: fortune favors the bold. So what this means is a success quote that which I love, which I think you do not need to be very brave. You do not need to be very bold. But I think there's always calculated risk, and I think property investment is one of the very good investment tool. That's why I think it's a very sad story that for the past 17 years, if you choose not to do anything and you choose not to be active investor, you choose to be passive, and you just want to make the 4% and you want to see this money only at the age of 65, I'm so sorry. I think I am not that kind of investor who wants to have this life. I do not need 1 million, guys. I just want my money to be flexible. I just want to use my money anyhow I want. I want the flexibility. I want the freedom, guys. So everyone, type freedom. Or if you want, yes, thank you, Lai Hyung. You can type. This is the first message I want to share with everyone. Fortune favors the bold, guys. You do not need to be very brave. You just need to take calculated risks. Even as a shitty investor, you are getting 15%. You are better by the shitty by a bit. You are getting about 20%. And this is also like compounding kind of investment. So this is my first message, guys. So I encourage people to not put your OA into an SA, because I think that is not very savvy. Okay, so the second message, guys, second message is never settle for less. Everyone, never settle for less. Never, ever. No, never, ever. So for here is never settle for less. I think everyone, you are worth so much more. by doing the right things to get the 4%. There's a lot of investment tool that you can get 4%. I heard I heard. Even if you buy some good insurance policy, it gives you more than 4%. But again, never settle for less. To me, 4%, it is very lousy for someone who has been active investing. But of course, if you say that, hey, actually passive 4% quite good, I believe it. I believe that. If you don't want to do anything shit about in your life and you want to get the 4%, I think that's quite a lot for you. But I think we all should never settle. So everyone, I don't want to bullshit so much, but never settle for less. I think everyone here, you worth so much more. You can do so much in your lifetime before 65. Do not lock up your money, and it is irreversible. It is irreversible. Yeah. So do not. Yes, you are worth it. Yes, thank you. Yes, you are totally worth it. You are worth more than the 4%, guys. 4%. Oh my goodness. But again, as I say, if you are very passive, I don't want to do any shit about my life. 4%, super good. But I think we want to do a bit more work. We want to look out for opportunities. We want to do better. Everyone, the thing is doing better. It definitely have more than 4%. Come on. So yes, thank you, Maureen, for writing. That's very good. And my third message, guys. My third message is do your best now. And whatever you plant now, you will harvest later. When I say later, when Eric say later, the later is 3 years, 4 years later. If you buy a good property today, 3-4 years later, you will see good returns. If Mr. Lu is talking now, his later is the age 65, guys. Is this savvy or silly, guys? So I just want to hear at least 10 of you who comment this, and I will tell you how I feel, and then we will end this with a powerful note and message to everyone. So we have the first person who say, okay, this is silly, it's totally silly, and maybe you want to share, like, to support your answer. Why silly? Why silly? So we have Maureen who say, yeah, this is silly. Lynn, silly as well. Or Wendy, silly. Singapore events, silly. Mindy, new person who see my Facebook is silly. Kelvin, I believe you are new also. Become Sally. Sally is a mixture of savvy and silly. That's why you call savvy. So you are sitting on the fence. So very good. That's a joke. Next time I'll ask you, is it savvy, silly, or Sally? So there is no Sally in this photo. There's this. Okay, so we have people who say Sally times 1 million. So silly. Okay, so everyone, so I want to summarize here. My thoughts and view is, this is the silliest, shittiest strategy I ever heard in my entire life, and it is definitely, you will definitely make more than 4% because you are worth it, and that 17 years is a bloody long time, and by the age of 65 that you can see your money. That's the silliest thing I know, because again, I started damn poor, as you all know, and the only way to make more money is to be active investing. Active, if I can buy, I buy. If cannot buy, I don't buy lah. So I have been looking out for opportunities. By doing passive investing, is you totally don't care about the world, because you just think that the 4% will make you very good money. So I think the world is very big. You shouldn't just be so close that 4% is the only way that you can make money. Why? Because if money is so easy to be made, there will be no poor people. So again, 4% is totally not good, and plus it is locked up. It's okay to have 4%. The thing I don't like is it is locked up and you can't use. You do not have the freedom. So that's why, when I hear people doing this strategy, this is totally doing a suicide on your investment strategy. You are done for life. It's irreversible. You are gone. You do not need to do any more investment in your entire life because you choose this way. So everyone, before I end this Facebook Live, your life is worth a lot more, and you definitely have have the ability to make more than 4%, guys. So do the right way, do the right choice, follow the right people, make the right mentors, hear from the right mentor, learn the right strategy. Don't do all these funny thing. You will live a much better life. So again, you will see your returns definitely very good if you buy a good very property investment. If Mr. Lu will be here sharing the same thing, he will see you will plant your whatever plant today, you will see you will harvest your money at the age of 65. So everyone, you are young, you are healthy, you have so much more to do in your life. So this is definitely the silliest, the shittiest thing I ever heard in my life. So that's why I do not want to divide the nation into two. My advice is, if you have done it, my advice, stop it. 不要这样啦 !walao eh, very jialat sia. Don't do that leh, jialat leh. Okay, so don't do that ah. So if you haven't done it, that's a good thing. Do not encourage your friend by doing this, guys. This is like chui leh. This is the truest method I ever heard eh. So everyone be savvy and not be silly, guys. Do not follow and do not practice this strategy. So that is my message for my Facebook Live today. I hope you have enjoyed and I hope to see you in my next Facebook Live. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.